Bula boxing fans, let's talk about Tyson Fury's supposed weight gain. Oh no, what are we seeing? Is this really Fury having gained all the weight back that he supposedly lost during the first training camp that ended in February because of the cut? Or has he been playing us all along, and the images that he posted out in February in Saudi of him being quite lean and ripped were actually photoshopped and fake? So I'm referring to a shadowboxing video that's been sort of hitting the internet in the last couple of days. I'm going to drop a link to the Twitter to the Twitter video that shows this video clip in my comments, or in the description, should I say, so that you guys can just check it out for yourselves if you haven't. But there's been a lot of people speculating that Fury doesn't look in shape. So let's break this down. Well, firstly, you got to remember that with Tyson Fury, he's always going to have that excess body fat around his stomach area and around his back. Now, take it from someone who used to be 125 kgs. You probably don't believe that, but I can tell you that was my maximum weight. And no matter how much weight you do lose, you're always going to carry, because you've let yourself go to that sort of extreme, you're always going to have some kind of excess skin, body fat, unless you have that surgically removed. And to my understanding, Fury hasn't had anything surgically removed. I don't think he ever will, because that's kind of what makes Fury Fury. The fact that he is your average looking dad bod, but just an incredible heavyweight that is probably going to go down in history as one of the best, especially if he beats Alexander Usyk and becomes undisputed in a first full belt era. But you know, if you think back to when Fury came back, I think it was in 2018 or 2017, he's been carrying that excess body fat on his back, on his stomach, throughout all his fights. Now, he probably looked the best aesthetically in the fight against Otto Wallin, but we all know what happened in that fight. I think he got down to as low as 255, or it's definitely in the 250s. And it was quite evident that he was a completely different fighter. He was quite weak. He got cut badly by Otto Wallin, and even his dad said afterwards, John Fury that is, that he was as weak as a kitten. So I'm not buying into Fury all of a sudden wanting to become light. I mean, I think it was Ade or someone, I think it was Ade or maybe Gareth A. Davies or someone that said that Fury is projected to come in at his career lightest. I think that's absolute bollocks. There is no way Fury will be coming in at his lightest, especially after these video clips. You can't go in October from being your career heaviest to come in May being your career lightest. And if he does do that, that isn't going to help him. That's going to absolutely hinder him, because he would have spent a lot of time trying to lose weight, which would have involved a lot of road work, running, energy. What time would he have then had for refining his skills, sparring? I mean, I know he's an experienced fighter, but with Usyk, you're at a completely different level. You want to be practicing those things, because he's going to be on Fury constantly throughout the fight, using angles, using footwork, coming in and out. And Usyk doesn't just stay on the back foot. He's not, as some would imagine, a back foot fighter. He actually comes forwards, and he actually comes to fight, and he changes the angles. He comes in and out, and he's always throwing punches. He's a massive volume puncher, just like Fury. But in fact, he punches more and throws more punches. So coming in absolutely light, career lightest, Fury might have the agility, the foot speed. However, he might not have that resistance. You know, he might not feel strong at the weight. He might not be able to impose his size, his strength, And I think these are keys to victory for Fury. He needs to be able to impose his size, impose his strength, impose his will on Alexander Usyk. And you can't do that if you're not physically feeling, if you're not physically fit, if you're not at your best. So, yeah, tell me what you guys think. Has Fury been conning us all along and he actually didn't lose the weight that he supposedly had in the first training camp when he put out all those pictures? Or has he realized that after losing all that weight and getting, you know, as Johnny Nelson put it, lit up in sparring, did he realize that actually this weight is not working for me, I'm going to need to put some of that back on? I did find it interesting. I'm wondering if anyone else noticed that in his Morecambe press conference, which was a couple of weeks ago now, he came in quite a big baggy jacket. And everyone was going on about, oh, he's looking so good, he's looking in incredible shape. And I was thinking to myself, am I the only one here that is looking at him thinking, okay, yeah, your face looks slim, but how can you say he's looking in incredible shape when you can't even see his body because it's covered in a big heavy jacket, like puffy jacket? And I know because, look, hey, I used to be 125 kg, so I used to wear excess clothing to cover up body fat that I didn't want to be visible to the public. But, you know, and I was sort of just thinking, you know, what's Fury playing at? Was it cold in Morecambe? It didn't appear to be because others were still dressed, you know, accordingly. But yeah, that was interesting to me. Or was he just trying to hide his body because he actually doesn't want to know Usyk, let Usyk's team know exactly what shape he's in? You know, he is the master of mind games. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's just putting this shadowboxing video out to try and lure Usyk and his team into a false sense of security that he's actually unfit, just like the Ngannou fight. He's not going to be ready, and then he comes out and surprises and shocks us all. That is yet to be seen. However, I do think that Fury does need to come in this fight at around 265 pounds. And if he's at that weight, I think that will be a good weight. In fact, probably more around that 260 to 265. I think anything under 260 is too light. Anything over 270 is too heavy. He needs to be between 260 and 265 to have that good balance, that he's still going to be elusive, he's still going to have good footwork, and he's still going to be able to impose his strength, his will, his weight on Usyk. However, it's yet to be seen, and the fact remains that was it Fury actually overweight, underprepared, hadn't trained against Ngannou? Or is it, as Johnny Nelson has said, that his legs have actually gone? Because if his legs have actually gone, it doesn't matter what weight Fury comes in at. He's going to have trouble the whole night, and he will lose to Usyk if his legs are gone. Either by a wide majority decision, or I could see a potential stoppage by the referee, with Fury going down, coming up, Usyk landing a lot of punches, and then the fight gets stopped. And maybe that's what Johnny Nelson was referring to when he talked about his prophetic dream, he reckons, that he had, where the decision was there, he couldn't see what the decision was, but Fury wasn't happy with it, whether he won or whether he lost. Let's hope for Fury fans like myself that dream doesn't come true, but we're just going to have to wait and see. But as always, thank you so much for watching Serum Bale's boxing and pro wrestling YouTube channel. Please hit the thumbs up button, like, share and subscribe, and have a good evening. Vinaka vakalevu. Peace.